Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. Hope you guys are doing well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on, ladies and gents. Just getting myself all set up over here. Getting everything all ready to go. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Hold on. Let's make sure we are live on the YouTubes. Are we live on the YouTubes? Yes, we are. Are we live on X? Let's see if we're live on X. Good. We are live on the X. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Are we live on Twitch? Yes, we are. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. Let's get ourselves all set up here. Let's get everything all ready to go. All right. Get these announcements all ready to go for everybody. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Get this over here ready. This right here. Boom. All right. Get it all set up. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Ish. Get this all set up and ready to go right here. Boom. There we go. All right. Okay. And let's get this set up right over here. Let's get a share party going. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Share party. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get that all ready to go right there. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Get that over there. All right. All right. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. 1 second. Just getting everything all ready to go. Getting all the announcements out. Yes, sir. All right. Hold on 1 sec. There we go. Yes. All right. Here we are. Here we are. There we go. Get this here. All set up. Bop right there. All right. Take a look over here. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Get that all set up. All right. Should be good to go. All right. Let's get this intro started then. What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL, Nicks in the house, a.k.a. the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them high knees, sometimes with 2 cups of coffee. Other times she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to regular ski. Sometimes you just shoot her out the cannon and she goes, whee! Other times she likes to chill out and, go eat some wings at Arby's or watch some videos of puppies and kitties. Other times you throw her in the stock market, she'll find them ABCDs. She does like to go on jet skis, and then she also likes to take my low mean, and to top it off, she loves to take any of my food that is Chinese. We call her DBL Moms. Hey. Oh yes, and also of course she called beautiful stonks like SDOT PFAI and SEED. Yeah, so you got that going on. Yeesh. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, so let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a wonderful Wednesday. A wonderful Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, all right. Let's get started with some of the stonks that we called this beautiful, beautiful morning on the Lord's green earth. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Okay. So, let's take a look over here. We called quite a few wonderful stonks today. We called quite a few stonks on this beautiful day. All right, so let's get started here. We called COOT, CEOOT. Oh, before we begin, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share. Remember to share, ladies and gentlemen, because sharing is caring. And of course, if you want access to the private Discord, link to is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at COOT. All right, and howdy, Bobo. Bobo says howdy. Bobo Beef says howdy. Howdy, Bobo. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, sir. All right. Let's take a look at COOT right here. I want COOT. I don't want GID. No. No, I want COOT. COOT was moving. Yes, it was moving.
Your mom's did a video yesterday.
Yes, she did. All right.
Yes, we did.
Yes. COOT, we called that last night and did a video on it last night as well. We called it for our private Discord last night prior to the video, and then made a video for it last night, and it ran up a nice 409%. Yes, sir. So COOT, we called it last night, and then it did a nice run up 409% right there. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. Let's see what else we got. SDOT. We did call SDOT. That one ran up a nice 228%. 228%. Yes, sir. Call that. Yes. And then, of course, we called PFAI, which ran up a nice 187%. 187% right there. Boom, right there. That's good. All right. And then GNPX, which ran up a nice 112%. 112% right there. So that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course, we also called another stunk as well. We called SPHL. SPHL. All right. Ran up a nice 92%. 92% right there. There we go. And then, of course, we got SEED, which ran up a nice 72%. 72%. 72% right there. So you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. SEED. All right. Then we also called RKDA, which ran up a nice 85%. 85% right there. RKDA. Let's see. What else do we do here? We got VERI. We called that stonk as well. It ran up a nice 48%. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Let's get started over here. So, let's take a look at COOT. COOT. All right. COOT had a nice little movement over Mya right here. All right. Had a bit of a move over here. Had a bit of a descending wedge before curling up just a little bit off that descending wedge right here. And then making another descending wedge right over Mya. So needs to break this descending wedge to be somewhat schmexy to Mya. Currently, it is above the VWAP. Was a bit overbought throughout the past couple of hours, but it has since been just overbought. And then after that, it pretty much evened out on the RSI. So you got that going on right there. That's what you got going on right there. had a very nice movement going on there. Currently up 355%. So we got that going on right there. But it had a nice high of 409%. Float is 9 million. Volume is 84 million. So you got that going on right there. So the float is the volume is multiple times that of the float. So we got that going on right there. So COOT needs to break that descending wedge. It is above the VWAP, so we got that going on for it. Let's see if it has any news. Does it have any news, DBL Moms? Take a look. Take a look and see. Yeah, COOT needs to... Hold on. Needs to break the descending wedge. Yeesh. All right, let's take a look at that news for COOT. All right. Hold on one second. No real news for this stonk. No real news for this stonk. All right, so, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Anyways, COOT had some pretty, just chilling right now. Currently needs to break the descending wedge over here for it to be so much maxi to me. Just needs to break that little descending wedge. So, yeah, that's what we got going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. Has to hold above the VWAPA and needs to break through that descending wedge for it to really be so much maxi to me. Let's get some support and resistance lines going on over here. Let's see what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, got this right here. All right. Support, resistance. All right. Has to hold above the support line at $4.03. Has to break through $5.08 for it to really be so much maxi to me. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got going on. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 300. Yes, sir. Let's get to 300 right there. Let's see what else we got. OMER just came in. OMER, 80%. Had a price spike going on right over here. OMER price spike. OMER price spike on low volume because it has a heavy float. Heavy float right there. Price spike on low volume up 80%. So we got that going on right there. OMER, let's take a look. Let's get some support and resistance lines over here. Bot right there and bot right there. So you got that going on right there. Currently, though, it is falling because it did have a top tail. We don't like the top tails. DBL Moms, we like the bottom tails. And to top it off, the float is very heavy at 65 million. Volume is 415,000, but it did have a nice 80% move, so you got that going on right there. Yeesh. GNPX. All right. Yes. OMER moving. Oh, actually, I already did that one. All right. GNPX running. All right. So GNPX. Let's take a look at GNPX. Ooh, 129%. All right, give me pen. Give me pen, mine. Give me pen. Shh. Just like you steal my low main. Shh. Stealing. All right. GNPX now up 135%. 135% right here. 135. All right, 1 second. Right there. GNPX up 135%. New high. New high. Had an ABCD pattern going on over here. So, GNPX, new high, up 135%. GNPX, new high, up 135% right there. So, you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. And P-Wall says, can you check out DFLI? Yeah, certainly. I can check it out. Just give me 1 second, and I'll be right on that in the flash. But right now, give me just a second because we are just watching, keeping an eye on GNPX over here. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Had a bit of an ABCD pattern going on over here. How high is it right now, DBL Moms? Oh, my. Okay. It's going. GNPX now hit a new high of 141% right there. So you got that going on right there. GNPX, there we go. Hit a new high, climbing up still. How high is it now, DBL Moms?
Now it's still dropping. It's about
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me just take this. Yoink. There we go. 141 it was. Yes, 141 right there. All right. Why you always got to get the well inked pens? I don't get it. DBL Mom's got the well inked pens, and I just got like a Ogats. All right, so yeesh, that's what we got going on. GNPX currently moving up. It is now testing the new high at 141. All right, so let's get some support resistance lines over here. Support resistance lines right over. Meow. Hold on 1 second. All right, let me get that support resistance right there. All right, so currently has to hold above the 55-cent mark. Needs to break through 63 cents for it to be somewhat schmexy to mya. Yeesh, we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Let's get a share party going. By the way, let's get to 500. 500, 500, 500. Yes, sir. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. Yeesh. Okay. Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. So currently has to break the 63-cent mark for it to be so much maxi to mya. So P-Wall, let's take a look at your stonk here. DFLI. Let's take a look at DFLI. DFLI. D-Fly. All right. D-Fly. All right. DFLI had a nice movement upward here. Up 42% right there. Let's get some support and resistance lines for it. Bop, right over here. Boom. There we go. All right. And it has to hold above the $2.17 mark, which is the support line. Has to break through $2.38 resistance right over here. But I will say this, it does have a bit of a double top over Mya and another double top right over Mya. So you got that going on right there. And it has to hold above that support line for it to really be so much Mexi to Mya. Has to break through 238, hold above 217 for it to really be so much Mexi to Mya. So that's what we got going on right there. So yeah. Currently, it is a bit overbought in the RSI, a little bit overbought in the RSI, but it has double tops, which, not feeling that too much. But it did have a nice movement upward. Just needs to break through that $2.38 mark for it to really be so much Mexi to Mya. Otherwise, you know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. You know how it goes. All right. So DFLI needs to break the resistance and high of day for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. DFLI needs some volume. You know what I mean? Needs some volume, some vitamin V. There we go. All right. Let's see what else we got. What else we got over here? Yeesh. Let me at him. Right there. Right there. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Oh, COOT is busting through the descending wedge right now. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes, it is. It is busting through the descending wedge right here. It's busting through it a little bit right there. GNPX moving. All right. All right. Yeesh. All right. All right. So let's see. This COT curling off the descending wedge, right? Or Mya. Yeesh. Curling off the descending wedge. Let's see about GNPX. GNPX. How high is GNPX right now? DBL Moms, because it had a nice high of 141. How high is it right now? All right, so it did try. It tried moving up. GNPX still trying to break that little. It's still trying to remain friends with the trend right now. Currently trying to remain friends with the trend. Needs to stay friends with the trend right there. GNPX needs to remain friends with the trend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. PFAI, PFAI. Let's take a look at PFAI, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so PFAI, a little bit choppy, a little bit of choppiness going on over here. A little bit of choppiness. Looks like it had a bit of a hunchback of Notre Dame there, head and shoulders. You know what I mean? One of those little shoulder, right, around here, right? Little head over here, all right? And a little bit of a shoulder. It has a hump. What hump? You know, if you've seen Young Frankenstein, you would know about that little reference right there. What hump? You know, there you go. All right, there we go, right there. A little bit of shoulder, head, shoulder. Then it moved downward a little bit. Needs to break this downtrend. It needs to break above the VWAP for it to really be so much mexy to me. So PFAI needs to break the downtrend and the VWAPA to become so much mexy to me. But that's what it needs to do right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Let's take a look at VERI. VERI, very yesh. VERI currently consolidated alongside the VWAPA. Had a nice little ABCD pattern earlier in the day. Had a nice little one earlier in the day. You can take a look right over here. Bop, right over here. A to B, B to C, C to D. All right. And then kind of just had a bit of a pennant right over here. All right. And I wouldn't go that far. I'd say it was a bit of a pennant right over Mia. And then everything else was just pretty much consolidation. That's pretty much what it was. Consolidating along the VWAP needs some volume to break through the VWAP right there. So VERI consolidating along the VWAP needs volume to break through. Yesh. All right. Yesh. IBG. Let's take a look over here. IBG. All right. So, currently with IBG, had a bit of a shot upward here. A little bit of a descending wedge going on over here. It needs to break above the descending wedge for it to really be so much maxi to mia. But otherwise, it's just as of now. So let me get some support and resistance lines going over here. Let's get some support and resistance lines. Bop right here. Bop right there. All right. Has some support there. Support at the $4.45 mark over there. So you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Hold on one second. And get rid of that. Yeah. All right. So IBG needs to break above the descending wedge, but otherwise, needs to break the downtrend here. Needs to break the downtrend, honestly. Not because now it's just in a straight up downtrend. IBG needs to break the downtrend right there. Yeesh. CCCF says, bro, GNPX, please again. Yeah, no problem. GNPX. Let's take a look at GNPX. Bop right there. So GNPX currently moving downward now. Had a nice little ABCD pattern earlier. Had a nice high of 140. Hit that high and then proceeded to kind of move down. It was a bit overbought in the RSI, so you got that going on right there. Needs to hold above that 55-cent mark over there and break through 63 cents for it to really be so much mexy to me. But right now, it's on a bit of a downtrend. It's trying to kind of just drop below the overbought pattern of the RSI because it is a bit overbought as of now. So, as of now, GNPX needs some volume to keep curling up. GNPX needs volume to keep moving on up. So yeah, it's got to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Need some volume, you know what I mean? Need some volume. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to a nice 800, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 800. Yes, sir. All right. So That's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So yeah, GNPX needs some volume for it to curl. Needs to actually break this little descending wedge right over. Yeah. So let me get that right over here. Ooh, COOT. All right. All right, right there. There we go. Boom, boom. All right. GNPX needs to break the descending wedge right here. All right. GNPX needs to break the descending wedge. Let's take a look at COOT, see how it's doing, because apparently it seems to be curling right now. COOT, let's see. All right. COOT is still somewhat curling, needs to remain friends with the trend. COOT needs to remain friends with the trend. COT needs to remain friends with the trend. Was curling off that descending wedge there before, so you got that going on right there. Let's take a look at OMER. OMER, new bagger, by the way. OMER. Yes, OMER hit a nice high of 105%. Can you see how high it is now, DBO Moms? What? Oh, OMER, new bagger. OMER. All right, new bagger. 111% right there. OMER 111%, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, how high is it now? Because it's moving up higher. Continue.
Yeah. 115%, 116.
Oh, 116. 116% right there. No. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. All right. All right. So OMER currently up a nice 116% right there. New high a day. OMER, new bagger, ladies and gentlemen. OMER. All right. New bagger. New bagger. New bagger up 116%. There we go. Boom, baby. Yes. All right. Hey, I mean, that's another bagger right there. Another bagger up. It looks like it's trying to test the high a day. It's trying to test it right now. Has to hold above 777. Needs to break above 891 for it to be somewhat schmexy to Mia. But right now, it's currently doing its thing. It needs to be even more schmexy to Mia, quite frankly. Right? But right now, OMER currently, doing its thing right now. Doing its thing. Yeesh. OMER. Yeah. All right. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on.
Let's get a share party going.
Let's get a share party going. Yeesh.
Let's go.
Yeesh.
Share it up.
Yeesh. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. All right. So OMER currently trying to test the high a day again. Trying to test that high a day. Let's see what goes on with it. OMER trying to test the high a day. Yeesh. OMER trying to test the high of day. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. Yes, sir. All right. Did it get some news? Let's take a look at OMER's news. All right. Let's see here. Oh, all right. So, Novo Nordisk acquires global rights to Zoltenbart from Omeros, which is the name of the company. Omeros is eligible to receive $340 million in upfront and near-team milestone payments, up to a total of $2.1 billion with a B billion dollars. So you got that going on right there. Got a little bit of asset purchase right there. So they're getting some money. They're getting paid right now. Oh, it's testing the high right now. Testing the high. How high is it? 123. 123 right there. 123. Yeesh. Yeesh. 123. 125. All right. There we go. There we go right there. Whoo-wee. All right. So OMER now up.
129.
Up. OMER new high 129. New high 129 right here. New high. Up 129%. 129%. There we go right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we do it. Woo! All right. All right. 129. All right. Right there. Boom. There we go. All right. How high is it?
136.
136. Okay. You know, you're just going to find a new high for me. Yeah. OMER now up to a new high of 136%, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me refresh this because I know for a fact it definitely broke through there. Yep. There we go. There she is right there. OMER. OMER. 135. 135. Ooh. 135. Yeesh. All right. Up, it's testing the high again. It's testing that high again. Can it break through? Can it break through? Can it break through the 975 resistance over there? Let's see if it can. Let's see if it can. All right. Looks like it's falling down below. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it, DBL moms. Keep an eye on it. Right now, though, let's take a look at GNPX again. Keto Yazigi asks for GNPX. Let's take a look at GNPX. Let's take a look at GNPX once again. GNPX currently still needs to break that descending wedge for it to be so much maxi to meow. Did break below the 55-cent resistance point right there, or support line right there. So, right there. Not looking too good as of now. Needs to break that descending wedge still. Needs to find some volume for GNPX. GNPX still needs more volume to curl. Mm-hmm. All right. So needs to curl past that descending wedge right there. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens with it. Let's go back to OMER. OMER, how's it doing? Let's see. All right, still trying to test that high a day. Still trying to mess with that high a day right there. Keep an eye on it. Make sure it break. If it breaks through, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. DBO moms. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Let's see what other stonks we got going on here. What other stonks do we have going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. 1 second. 1 second. VIVK?
Moving.
Oh, VIVK moving. VIVK. All right. Let's take a look over here. VIVK on a bit of an uptrend here. Choppy uptrend, but an uptrend nonetheless. Yes, it's a cheapo stock. It is a cheapo stock. It's 27 cents per share. Very heavy on the float. 41 million. Volume is 22 million, so it is moving up on some low volume here. So we got that going on as well. Bop right there. Moving up on some low volume. Low volume. So right now, let's get a support and resistance line going right over Mia. Bop right there. Bop right there. Got some support going on at the 25-cent mark. Needs to break through 26 cents and then 29 cents for it to be so much mexy to currently above the VWAP. Those VIVK. VIVK. All right, let's take a look over here. All right, VIVK needs to break the resistance line, moving up on low volume. So VIVK up 43% right there. Just moving up on some low volume right there. Low volume. Low volume. Yeesh, low volume. All right. So, yeesh, that's what we got going on there, folks. That's what we got going on right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, VIVK trying to do its thing right there. We'll leave it to it. Let's leave it to it. Let's take a look at PFAI in the meantime. PFAI. Let's take a look at PFAI. All right. PFAI looks to be trying to curl off the downtrend there a little bit. It's consolidating off the downtrend. Man. PFAI consolidating off the downtrend. Yeesh. Off the downtrend. Yeesh. So we got that going on right there. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,500. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cash shoulder, the big bucks, I tell you.
OMER is up 156%.
What is it, Omer?
156%.
OMER?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my. All right. OMER now up 156%. My, oh, my, oh, my. New high, oh, high. Yes. Oh, yes. OMER now up 156%. New high day for OMER, 157%. OMER now up a nice 157%. New high, baby. New high. Yes. Ooh. Call that, baby. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. OMER 157%. Right there. Yeesh. All right, there. There you go. All right. So, got that going on right there. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,500. 1,500, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. All right. So, that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. DBL Moms, can you grab me some water, please? Yeesh. I would like some water. Water. You know what I mean? Water. Yeesh. All right. Currently, OMER looks like it's trying to test that high a day again. Looks like it's trying to test the high a day again. Shot up very nicely. Had a nice 157% run right there. So, yeah. 157% right there. Yeesh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeesh. All right. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. All right, let's see what else we got here. What else we got here? SEED. All right. Got SEED over here. Let's get some support and resistance lines for it. Bop, right there. All right, let's get some support line over here. Miami Fredo, thank you for reposting the stream. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's share it up. There we go. Yes, sir. All right. So, thank you for reposting, brother. Yes, sir. All righty. All right. So, how's everybody doing, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. I'm having a good old time, having fun, chilling with the folks, chilling with you, the peeps, the wonderful, wonderful peeps. Yeesh. All right. There we go. All right. So we got that going on right there. All right. Yeesh. All right. So that's what we got going on. Woo! All right. Reposts for days. Share party. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 1,700. 1,700, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 1,700 right there. Yeesh. Okay. So that's what we got going on right there. All right. So currently with SEED has a nice little had a little bit of consolidation alongside the VWAPA, little VWAP consolidation. So needs to break the VWAP now. It's currently below the VWAP. So SEED needs to break above the VWAP for it to be so much Mexi to Mya. Needs to break that consolidation along the VWAP right there. Not overbought or oversold in the RSI. Needs to really break that consolidation though. So for it to be so much Mexi to Mya, has to hold above the 226 mark. Needs to break the 247. Then after that, 249, which is where the VWAP is. After that, 274, and then 318 for it to really be so much Mexi to Mya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeesh. All right. Yeesh. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what we got going on there. All right. Let's take a look at some other stonks right here. Let's see what other stonks we got. All right. LAES. Somebody wanted me to take a look at LAES. This was requested. All right. Let's take a look over here. Boom. All right. Let's take a look. Bop right here. Let's get this over here. All right. So, support line over Mya, resistance right over Mya. So it's got support at the 792 mark, needs to break through the 853 mark for it to really be so much Mexi to me mark. You know what I mean? So it's got that going on right there. So right now, LAES currently consolidating alongside the VWAP right now. Has a couple of double tops right there, but really it needs to break through this channel right over here. Channel time, channel time, it's channel time, channel time. So it's, hey, DBR moms.
Oh, sorry. Went to is at 166.
Oh my! All right.
Distracted.
Why did you tell me sooner, man? LAES.
It just happened.
OMER.
It's right.
Oh.
Excuse me. That's 180. That's it. That's 181 now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I was flabbergasted.
Yeesh. So.
Yes, sir. It's up $11.32.
Yep.
Like that.
So LAES needs to break the channel and the VWAPA. Let's go take a look at OMER. OMER. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh my. How high was it?
It's now 177 at $11.37.
How high was it? The 180 something percent?
184.
184. Oh, it's still moving. Okay. Yeah. 188. 188. Okay. All right. I'm not mad. Omer has strong news. Yes, it do. Yeah, we read about it. Yeesh. It's good. 195. 195. All right. OMER now. Yep. OMER parabolic. 195%. OMER. Oh, 196. There we go. 196. OMER now up 196%. 196%. New high of day. Parabolic, baby. Parabolic. Yeesh. All right. Parabolic. Yes. So OMER moving up there. Up 195%. 195% right there. Yes, sir. All right. Keep an eye on it. Tell me if it moves any higher. OMER. 195% right there. So you got that going right there. Let's see about TRUE. TRUE seems to be moving up as well. Had a shot upward. Let's see how it's doing. Up. Not a lot of volume for TRUE. Had a shot upward on some very, very low volume. 66 million is the float. And then 66,000 is the volume. So you got that going on right there. TRUE. TRUE. All right, right there. TRUE. Price spike on low volume. So we got that going on right there. All right. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Yes, let me know if Omer goes cuckoo crazy again. CCCF over here says GNPX again, please. Yes, sir. Let's take a look at GNPX. GNPX. Let's see how. Oh, excuse me. GNPX. All right, there we go. GNPX currently still on a bit of a downtrend right now. Still on a downtrend. Needs to break above the 55-cent mark over there. Right now, though, GNPX, it's not looking too schmexy to me right now because it's got to still break through 55 cents. Needs to break through 63 cents for it to really be so much schmexy to me. So that's what you got going on there. GNPX still needs to break that descending wedge. GNPX still needs to break the descending wedge for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go again. All right, so let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,000. 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. The real-time alerts and scanners will actually give you these beautiful scanners that we are currently looking at on our screen over here. The one on the left and the one on the right there. So you got that going on right there. Yes, sir. All right. And, of course, you could get the hyperlinks right there. What? Omer. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my. OMER now 213%. 213% right there. All right. OMER up 213% right there. Ooh. All right. OMER up 213%, ladies and gentlemen. New high. Once again.
Oh my goodness.
Boom, baby. Called it.
That's over $12.70 over there.
Yeah. Hey.
A little bit.
Hey, you just witnessed a 215% runner, was it? 215%?
211.
Let's go, baby.
211.
Was it 211?
213 actually.
213?
Yep.
213.
213.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 213.
Omer, 213% runner right there. 213% runner. 213. 213% runner right there. Boom, right there. All right. It's got that going on, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, you can get these beautiful scanners by clicking the link in the description down below as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. All right. So, yesh, that's what we got going on right there. That is what we got going on. All right. So, Omer ran up a nice 213%. You saw it here first, folks. You saw it here first. Back when it was just a wee lad at $4.07. Now it has shot up to $13.30 as the new high. So I'm just saying, man. Hey,
Share it up, share it up.
share it up, share it up. Be sure to click on that 4-day trial, man. Click on that 4-day trial so you can get the beautiful scanners that we use to find these parabolic stonks right here. Yeesh. You could click on the beautiful parabolic scanners right over here, bop, right there. And, of course, you got the little hyperlinks as well. That's got these little hyperlinks as well, so it's chilling, doing its thing right there. And to top it off, hold on, let me actually refresh Omer because it is a little bit frozen right now. Yes, there we go. So, OMER, yeah, like, for example, we called Omer using the beautiful, hand-picked, lovely Stonk scanner right over here. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we got that going on right there. All right. And of course, you can find the newsroom over here with the little documentation as well as the article having a hyperlink so you can read the full article or synopsis of the article. And you could also click the hyperlinks for all of these stonks on both the scanner and the news so you could actually see what is going on with the charts, with the price, with the volume, the float, etc. for these stonks right there. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you could also see the stock ticker tape, which is basically like a real-time alerts type of deal with the stonk. So you got that going on right there. That's what you got going on. And then, of course, you could also check out the Wealth Builders, which basically takes everything I just told you, adds to it. It adds a nice, beautiful educational course, as well as much more features, many more features, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, all that is in the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, ladies and gents, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We already called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baggers. 5 baggers in the day ain't even started yet. So I'm just saying. Let's yes, it's still pre-market. We already called three of which, by the way, went up past 200%. One of which is up beyond 400%. Yeah. How about that early watch list from yesterday? How about that early watch list for our yes COT? How's COT going? Oh yes. Yes. Oh yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh my. All right. While that's going on, someone asked me how's the volume on GNPX. GNPX's volume, the float is 43 million, volume is 165 million, so you got that going on right there. GNPX currently, as of now, still needs to break that descending wedge. Starting to become more of a downtrend now because, quite frankly. Yeah, not feeling it right now. GNPX needs to hold above the VWAPA and break the descending wedge for it to be so much mexy to me. But right now, that's what's got to do right there. Yep, let's take a look back at Omer. Omer, how you doing, Omer? Let's see how you doing. All right, had a nice high of 213%. 213%. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So, that's what they got going on. Let's take a look at RKDA. RKDA. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,300. 2,300, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 2,300. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get a share party going over here. All right. Boom, right there. Another one, another little double top right over Mia. Boom, right there. And then another one right over Mia. So it's got a bit of a head and shoulders going on for RKDA. Needs to break above the VWAP and needs to break through that head and shoulders, ladies and gentlemen, for it to be so much mexy to Mia. RKDA needs to break the head and shoulders and the VWAP. Yes. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. All right, let's take a look at COOT. COOT, how's it doing? All right. COOT had another little descending wedge right there. A little bit of a descending wedge right there. Let's see what we got going on over here. Little bit of one bop and bop right there. And then curled lovingly above it right there. Curled above it lovely. So we got that going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. Has to hold above that 399 support line over there. Needs to break through 503 for it to really be so much mexy to me. You know what I mean? But COT had a nice high of 409%. So we got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Just need to grab some water real quick. Needs to grab some water. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. We got some stonks over here. Ooh. All right, someone wants to take a look at SDOT. Let's take a look at SDOT real quick. SDOT. SDOT. All right, let's see here. All right, let's get some support and resistance lines going for SDOT right now. SDOT shot up all the way over. Meow. Bop right there. All right, let's see. All right, has to break through the VWAP. SDOT needs to break the VWAP right now. All right, had a bit of a head and shoulders as well. All right, see, take a look. It's got the shoulder right here, right? Little head over here, you know, right? Little bit of bop right there. All right, and then you got another shoulder right over there. Now it's kind of like just going down there just a second, just a little bit right there. Has to break through this little pennant that I'm going to draw right over here. Bop right there, bop right there, and bop right there. So SDOT needs to break the pennant and needs to break the VWAP and needs to break the head and shoulders right there for it to be so much mexy to me. So SDOT needs to break the pennant and the VWAPA. The VWAPA, ladies and gentlemen. The VWAPA. Yesh. Needs to break that, ladies and gents. Yesh. All right. So currently it is also leaning towards being oversold in the RSI. So could it potentially curl up? Maybe we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see what happens with this stock. SDOT did have a nice high of 228%, so we'll see what goes on there. Yesh. All right, let's see what else they got. HOND, a little bit expensive, but okay. All right. HOND, somebody asked for HOND. Let's take a look over here. Let's take a look. Yes, sir. Yeesh. All right. HOND. All right, let's get some support and resistance lines going on over here. All right. All right. So, get this going on over here. A little bit of this going on over here. Got some support going on right here at the 28.44 mark. Over here needs to break the 30.34 and then 33.43. Also has to break through the VWAP at 30.50 for it to really be so much maxi to me. So right now, HOND needs to break through the VWAP and needs to break the resistance points right there. So right now, it needs to focus on breaking the VWAP. HOND needs volume to break the VWAP. So it's got that going on right there. HOND needs some volume to break that VWAP. Very, very choppy, moving its way on up. It is on an uptrend, but was on an uptrend, then proceeded to kind of just go downward. So not looking too good right there. Let's see what other stocks we got. What other stocks we got right here? Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Let's see here. SEED. Let's see how SEED is doing. All right. Let's see how that one's doing. SEED currently doing its thing. Still needs to break above that VWAP, ladies and gentlemen. Still needs to break that VWAP. Had a bit of a head and shoulders here as well. So I'm going to actually show you where that is. Give me just a second right here. Zoom in the room. Bop right there. So you got yourself right here a shoulder, right? Little head right over here. Bop right there. And another little shoulder right over right there. So it's got a little head and shoulders pattern going on right there. Needs to break above the VWAP for it to really be so much mexy to me. So SEED needs to break above that VWAP right there. SED needs to break the VWAP. Yes, let's get a share party going, by the way. Let's get to 3,000. Yes, but before that, let's get to 2,600. Let's get to 2,600. And then after that, get to 27, 28, and 29, and then, 3,000. So, yeah, got that going on right there. So, let's see here. Ashton asks, how's SDOT doing? SDOT, let's take a look at SDOT. See how SDOT is doing right now. SDOT currently still needs to break that descending wedge over here. It needs to break this little pennant, actually, this pennant right here. Yeah, it needs to get above the VWAP. It needs to break the pennant as well. So SDOT still needs to break that pennant. Still needs to break that VWAP for it to really be so much maxi to me. SDOT needs to break the pennant and VWAP right there for it to be so much maxi to me. Yes, sir. So, yeah. Needs to break that pennant. Had a bit of a head and shoulders going on earlier in the day. So right now it is leaning towards being oversold in the RSI. So you got that going on as well. Has to hold above the 1125 mark. Needs to break to 1269. Then 1446, 1393, which is the VWAP as well. Then 1446, and then finally 1734 for it to really be so much maxi to me. So that's what we got going on for SDOT. SDOT. All right, let's get a share party going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What else you got? Omar. Oh, my. Omar once again. OMER.
Let's get out of that pennant.
Oh my.
Might be.
Oh my.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Had a bit of a pennant forming on over here. Needs to break that pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Ah, yes. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Throat's a little dry. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 3,000. Yes. Ahem. Ahem. Hello. Hello, darling. How are you? All right. Sorry about that. OMER needs to break past that resistance at $13.30 right here. Hit a high of 213%. So we got that going on right there. Currently up 205% right now. 205%. Then let's get a share party going. Let's get to 2,700. 2,700, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to 2,700 right now. Let's see what we got going on over here. So we got a couple of stonks here. We got COOT, which ran up 409%. We called that one last night. We got SDOT. Called that one this morning. Ran up 228%. PFAI. Called that this morning. 187%. GNPX. 141%. And OMER, 213%. Matter of fact, DBO Moms, can you grab me another piece of paper? Because I kind of got to rewrite all this stuff because it's like a mess.
Oh, sure.
Yeesh. All right. So, all right. There we go. Thank you, DBO Moms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you kindly. All right. So, we got COOT ran up 409%. All right. Did a video last night and called it last night for our private Discord. Then did a video for it last night as well. All right. SDOT That stonk ran up a nice 228% right there.
Yep.
Bop right there. All right. After that, you got PFAI. PFAI, that one ran up a nice 187% right there. All right. Then GNPX. That one ran up 141%. 141% right there. Finally, we got there OMER. All right. That one ran up 213% so far. Can it go higher? We don't know about that, but yeesh. And then for the runners, we had SPHL. That one was 92%. All right. RKDA. That one was 85%. All right. SEED. That one ran up 72% right there. All right. And then VERI ran up 48% right there. So got that going on. Yeesh. So, yeah, that's what we got going on right there. That's what we got going on. All right, let's take a look at some other stocks over here. Let's take a look at VERI. Speaking of which, VERI, boom, right there. All right, VERI had some movement earlier. Let's get rid of that. Let's take a look over here. Still on a very consolidated path with the VWAP right now. Still very consolidated. So VERI needs to break the consolidation. VERI needs to break the consolidation along the VWAP. for it to be so much maxi to meow. All right, what else we got over here? What else we got? OMER, OMER, Omer. All right, OMER needs to break the pennant. OMER needs to break the pennant and high of the day. All right. All right. Let's see here. COT, COOT. All right. Consolidating just off the descending wedge right now. So consolidating COT. It's consolidating along the VWAP too. COT needs to break the consolidation along the VWAP for it to be somewhat schmexy to meow, just like it was when it ran up 409%. Yes, sir. All right, GNPX, GNPX. Let's see how that one's doing right now. GNPX still on a bit of a downtrend at this point, so might as well just actually put this over here. Actually, needs to break this pennant right over here, truth be told, because it's still doing its thing right now. Bop right there, bop right there. So right now, GNPX needs to break through the pennant right now. GNPX, yes, needs to break through that pennant. GNPX needs to break the pennant for it to be so much maxi to meow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So they got that going on right there. All right. Let's see what else they have. PFAI, PFAI. All right. PFAI still on that downtrend. Needs to break through. Needs to break through the downtrend over there. PFAI, yes, sir. All right. PFAI needs to break the down trend. And that VWAP over there as well. But for now, needs to break the downtrend. So we'll get that for PFAI. PFAI, VERI. Let's take a look at VERI. Very. All right. All right. Once again. All right. Consolidated below the VWAP right now. Consolidated below the VWAP. So let's get the graffiti pencil activated. Bop over here, bop over there, and bop right there. So it has to break the pennant below the VWAP. So VERI needs to break the pennant and the VWAP to top it off. VERI needs to break the pennant and the VWAP. So we got that going on right there. VERI, bop right there. All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,100. 3,100, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right, all right, all right. Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. 1 second. All right, let's see what other stocks we got going on over here. Let's see what other stonks we got going on. Yeesh. All right. All right. So, got that going on right there. All right. And let's see here. MVST. Someone wants me to look at MVST, so let's take a look at MVST. MVST consolidating above the VWAP right now, just above the VWAP. Broke the consolidation, though, a little bit, so I will give it credit there. Let me actually get the horizontal line at the consolidation right there, bop right there. So currently trying to break through. It broke through the consolidation, but can't stay above the consolidation. MVST. All right, looks like it's low volume as well. So MVST looks like it needs some volume. MVST needs some volume, but broke the consolidation. Yeesh. So MVST needs some volume, but broke the consolidation. So I'll give it that. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,200. 3,200, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, by the way, be sure to check out our 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out, because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. You're just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, ladies and gents. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yeesh. Mm-hmm. All right. So that's what we got going on right there. All right. Yeah, the bell just made the ringy dingy. It made the ringy dingy just now. Made the ringy dingy. You know what I mean? The ringy dingy. All right. It ringy dingied. It made the ringy dingy. It made the wee woo. All right. Yeah, the wee woo. I know. But you know, it sounds good. It gets the people. It's provocative. All right. It gets the people going. It gets the people going, man. Yeesh. All right. Yeesh. It's provocative. All right. Let's see what other stonks we got here. What other stonks we got? Yeesh. Let me see here. All right. And oh my, MVST just shot up like a rocket. Okay, what the heck? Okay, whoa there.
What happened?
Very, very volatile MVST.
MVST?
Yep.
Eh.
Okie dokie. MVST price spike, but I don't trust it because it looks like it's on some low volume. MVST price spike on low volume. I don't trust that stonk. Has a big old top tail. We don't like the top tails, DBO moms. We like the bottom tails. So I don't trust this stonk for the life of me. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right. Whew. All right. Okay. Let's see here. What are the stonks we got, ladies and gentlemen? What are the stonks we got? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. That's the 4-day trial for the real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash. Yeesh. So let's see really quickly, ladies and gentlemen. We have this beautiful market mover scanner right over here, which shows all the stocks that we are currently looking at this time. It gives you hyperlinks to said stocks so you could access their charts, their float, their volume, their price, etc. All of that at the tip of your fingers by getting the real-time alerts and scanners. To top it off, ladies and gentlemen, you also get this beautiful picture that shows the percentage change, whether the stock went up or down, the price during said stock right there, the price of said stock. You got the float, the volume, and the ticker as well, all of which, by the way, is in hyperlinks, so you could click on that as well. So you got that going on right there. And to top it off, you got the lovely, beautiful little news bot, which gives all the news on the stock market right there. All the news, all of it, the news, ladies and gentlemen. Very good for volume. All right. Yes, major news. So, way it works is basically it is a article with a synopsis. It has a synopsis on the bottom, a couple of paragraphs from the actual article, and then to top it off, it has a hyperlink so you can read the full article. And to top it off, it also shows the stocks that would be affected directly by said article and the news that is within its contents. So, to top it off, you got that going on right there. All right. And to top it off, you could click on those little hyperlinks, both for the tickers, and you could actually get the charts and all the other information on the stock that you want. And you could also click on the hyperlink for the news. You can click on the hyperlink for the news and read the full article. So you got that going on right there. That's what you got going on. And of course, we got access to the real-time alerts and scanners, ladies and gentlemen, all of which is $9.99 for the first 4 days. All right. where you basically throws out some scanners that we are looking at, some stonks that we were looking at. So we got that going on right there. Stonks, ladies and gentlemen, stonks. All right, and then to top it off, yeesh, we also have the Wealth Builders membership, which is in the link in the description down below. And you basically what it does is it gives you everything in the real-time alerts, plus educational courses, exclusive content, all sorts of really, really cool stuff. All you got to do is click the link in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So yeah, be sure to check that out, ladies and gentlemen. Much love and peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeesh. I woke. Yeah. 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 Hello. Hi, DBO moms.
Hello there.
Yeesh. All right. So, let's see what else we got here. Let me get a drink of water real quick because I am thirsty. Give me 1 second. Yeah, all right. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go. MVST currently moving its way on up. Moving on up right now. COOT. COOT right now doing its thing right there. Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Coot, coot. What's it doing?
Coot coot.
What's coot, coot doing?
All right, but hold on. Let me just put it in here. MVST. MVST.
MVSC.
Curling. Curling upward.
Okay.
Curling upwards. Yes, sir. Yes. And thank you, DBL moms, for that water. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. COT.
COT.
All right.
Up again. That's the tenants and
Oh, my.
it's going up a little.
Curling.
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 COT. Curling up. Yes, sir. On the curl. On the up curl there. The up curl. Curl. Yes, curling on up, baby. Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 Coach a lighter. Yes. That's what Coach says. I don't know why, but he just says that. Ish. But I don't know. I don't ask. All right, let's get a share party going. Let's get the 3,500. 3,500, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the 3,500. Come on now. Let's get it. 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 Yeesh. All right. And let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. OMER had that nice high of 213%. Let's see what else we got here. What else we got? Let's see here. All right. Let's take another look at LAES. Somebody requested LAES again. All right. Let's see. LAES. All right. So LAES currently has its little bit of movement right over me. I had another little high over there, so temporarily broke the channel. So you got that going on right there. But right now, currently, the channel is it's just consolidated along the VWAPA. LAES trying to curl, but needs to break that consolidation along the VWAPA. LAES needs to break the consolidation around the VWAPA. Yes. So you got that going on right there. That is what we got going on. Yes, sir. All right. All right. There we go. All right. Not overbought or oversold in the RSI as of late. Not overbought or oversold. Serengeti specialists, see if you can find some lovely stonks along the Serengeti. Yes, along the Serengeti. Yes, along the Serengeti. Yes. Yes. All right. What stonks do you have along the Serengeti? Hold on. Put them. All right. SEED seems to have a 6 million float, 26 million volumes. Let's see what's going on with SEED again. Is it still below the VWAP? SEED still needs to break above the VWAP. Needs to break the downtrend. Yes. SEED needs to break the downtrend. SEED needs. Hold on 1 second. SEED needs to break the downtrend. Yes. All right. Needs to break that downtrend. Needs to break that VWAP as well. Give me 1 second. COOT. There we are. All right. COOT has a double top over here. Needs to break that double top for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Needs to break that double top. Right over there. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. All right. All right. All right there, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo. All right. So, yeah. COOT needs to break that double top for it to be so much messy to me. It needs to remain friends with the trend right now. Not doing that. Needs to break that double top, though. So, COOT needs to break the double top. Yeesh. All right. All right. Okay. All right there, ladies and gentlemen. All righty. So, that's what we got going on right there. PFAI. Let's take a look at PFAI. There we go. Sorry about that. Just got another drink of water, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me refresh here. Come on now. PFAI. Come on. All right. Still needs to break above that downtrend right there. Still needs to break it. Currently consolidated, but, PFAI still needs to break the downtrend. So, needs to break the downtrend still. Yeesh. So, got that going on right there. All right, VERI, probably still consolidated around it. Oh, look at that. VERI fell below the little pennant and then curled up above the pennant. So a little bit volatile going on over here. A little bit of volatility right over there. Bop right there. So we got that going on. Had a bit of a double bottom though. Let's see what we got over here. Bop right there. Okay. So had a bit of a double bottom, ladies and gentlemen. Double bottom. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,700. 3,700, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get that share party going right there. Let's get that share party. VERI curling up nicely off the double bottom. VERI curling off the double bottom. Yeah, there we go. Up 55% right now. Up 55%. So VERI doing that has to remain friends with the trend right there. Currently moving its way on up, though. I like that. I'm very happy about that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's get some support resistance lines on VERI. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. VERI. A little bit of support over here, resistance over there. All right. has to stay above the $8.11 mark. Needs to break through $8.97 for it to really be schmexy to meow. So that's what we got going on. All right. Let's see here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What else we got? Because now it's forming a bit of a double top, a little bit. Not liking that too much. So let's just zoom in the room. Bot right there. It needs to break above that double top for it to be so much messy to me. All right. But other than that, yeah. So let's see what we got going on here. SEED. Seed. Let's see what seed is doing. Still needs to break that downtrend. Man. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Let's take a look at SDOT. SEED still needs to break the downtrend. SEED needs some volume. SEED needs volume to break that downtrend. Yeesh, needs volume. All right, let's see. Volume. Let's get a share party going. Let's get to 3,800. 3,800. Come on now. Come on now. All right. So, got that going on right there. So, let's see here. LAES. How's LAES doing?
LAES.
Up. Nope. Fell. Nah. Ew. Ew. No. LAES needs to break the definite downtrend there. All right. Yeah, it needs to break that downtrend. All right. Let's see what else you got. SDOT. All right, let's get a share party going. Looks like it's curling off the pennant right now a little bit. Curling off the pennant. A little bit of a choppy curl, but it is curling off the pennant. It has to break that double top, though, for it to be so much mexy to meow. So, got that going on. Boom, right there. Okay. SDOT has to break the double top right there. All right. SDOT needs to break the double top and remain friends with the trend. All right, let's see. All right. NVTS. Let's see how that one's doing right there. NVTS curling up on the uptrend, curling up above the VWAP, so you got that going on right there. NVTS moving up there. All right. So NVTS currently on a bit of an uptrend right now, curling up past the VWAP. So NVTS broke the VWAP on the uptrend, baby. Yes, sir. All right. GNPX moving. All right, let's see. GNPX moving. Let's see how GNPX is doing. Up. Looks like it's curling off that VWAPA. The little curl off the pennant right there. Curling off the VWAPA and the pennant right there. Yes, sir. All right, had a little bit of a double top over here at the time, but now it seems to have mostly sorted itself out there in terms of that. So, yeesh. So, GNPX curling off the pennant right now. GNPX curling off the pennant. Yeesh. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring. And, of course, if you want access to our private Discord, link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different. And the early bird gets the cash. The moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our real-time alerts and scanners for only $9.99 for the first 4 days. Link to join us in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment section. So be sure to check that out. You get access to the beautiful market movers list over here that shows you all the stocks that are currently being looked at by the scanner. All right, it shows you the percentage change, the time in which the stock was scanned, which is normally every minute, by the way, whether the stock is moving up or down multiple times a day, by the way, in multiple different types of parts of the day, like pre-market, regular hours, and after hours. All right, the ticker, right? The price, the volume, and the float, as well as a bunch of hyperlinks that basically give you access to pretty much all that information and more. All right, all you'd have to do is sign up for that 4-day trial. Yeah, speed is money, ladies and gentlemen. Knowledge is power, speed is money. Yeesh. And of course, you get access to the newsroom over here, this beautiful newsroom right over here, which basically gives you access to hyperlinks to click on, so you can basically read up on the news. You could actually take a look at the synopsis of the news, and if the news actually has an effect on a certain stock, that stock will actually be listed at the bottom, so you could click on the hyperlink for that stock and get the chart, you get the float, you get the volume, you get the ticker, you get all that beautiful information, all of which wonderful, by the way, for research. You also get access to the beautiful real-time alerts and scanners, or the ticker tape right now, which is basically a bunch of real-time alerts. It's a scanner. And yeah, you get access to that, as well as a wonderful community. And to top it all off, if you get the amazing... And by the way, GNPX just hit a new high. How high is it right now?
It is up. Wait, came down a little bit. It's up 63 cents. But it was up
66%.
It was at
66 cents. How high is it percentage-wise?
Percentage-wise, now it is 149. It came down a little bit.
All right. Okay, good. All right, so, you know, it was in the 150s. It was in the 150s before. Okay. All right, so, you know, GNPX casually just hit a new high. All right. Yep. 152. All right, let me just gonna put that there real quick. And yep. Yep. GNPX new high. Just hits a new high as soon as I'm looking away. All right, it would be like that. Now hit a new high of 156% right there. Yes. Okay. All right. It'd be like that. Landback, thank you for the subscription, by the way. All right. So, yeah. And if you get the Wealth Builders, by the way, you get all those features and more. You get access to educational courses, as well as exclusive content from me and Coach and everybody else. So, yeah, you get all that beautiful stuff and more. All you got to do. And by the way, you also get access to the scripts for our videos and other things like that, too. So, you get access to all that cool stuff. Exclusive content, all sorts of educational videos, and the educational course itself. And yeah.
GNPX parabolic.
Oh my, parabolic. How high is it?
156%.
Yep, 156. Just hit it again.
All right, just smacked it again. All right, it'd be like that. But yeah. Yeesh. I'm gonna stick around for like a little bit so I can see if it goes up any higher. If it doesn't, you know, it's whatever. But yeah. GNPX hit a high of 156%. 266 million volume. Float is a little heavy at 43 million. But yeah, GNPX just curled up like crazy while I wasn't looking. Hello. Bangosaurus Rex. Hey, look. Got it from the University of Bangernomics.
Yes,
Right
sir.
there. Yeesh. PhD in Bangernomics. Yes, sir. Yeesh. They call me Dr. Doubles. Call me Dr. Doubles, PhD in Bangernomics. There we go. Ooh! Yeah, you see? You see, there's the PhD. There's the PhD. 175. Told you. There's the PhD. You thought I was lying. Thought I was lying. 175%.
Oh, yeah.
GNPX, new high, up 175%. I'm just saying. GNPX, new high, up 175%.
Yes, sir.
Oh my. Oh my. The humanity of it. Oh my. Great. Now Coach got me saying it. But, oh, it's testing the high again. It's testing it again.
Testing.
Testing. It's smacking that bottom.
Is this?
Mic on.
Mic on or what?
Yeesh.
Ooh, 69. Ow! DBL moms. It's the price of the stomp.
Ooh.
Let's go. Put the chocolate away.
Oh my. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. Oh, looks like it's starting to move. It's starting to form the double top over here. All right. But
Let's go.
yeah.
Baby. Let's go.
Yeesh. As I was saying, that Wealth Builder package gives you basically everything in the real-time alerts and scanners, plus, of course, the educational courses, also exclusive content, the scripts, all that good stuff, and more. All you got to do is click the link in the description down below, right there, to get that beautiful Wealth Builder membership right there. Yeesh. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's Double Nicks. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, you are indelible. Leave your mark, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it. Leave it. It's irreplaceable. It's one of a kind. It's indelible. Just like you. All right. And, of course, I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist herself. She likes to hang around the tall weeds, the high trees, the low seas, hitting them at high knees. Sometimes she likes 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes to get shot out the cannon and she goes, wee! Other times she likes to go to RBs, watch videos of puppies and kitties. Sometimes she likes to go to Wendy's as well. And other times she likes to go and eat my lo mein and eat any of my other food that is also Chinese. And to top it off, she did go into the stock market and find them ABCDs. After all, she did call beautiful stocks like COOT, SDOT, and SEED. We call her DBL Moms.
Hey!
Yeesh. So you got that going on right there. That's what we got going on right there. So yeah, say goodbye to the people, DBL Moms.
Bye to people, DBL Mom.
Much love, everybody. Take care of yourselves.